Hello everybody. Do you enjoy the Roku City in the back? Ignore it. But anyways, hi, how are you? How are you doing? I am okay. I could be better, and let me explain why. For some reason, I am having literally the hardest time filming this video, and I don't know why. This is probably like my 4th time trying to film it. And for some reason, I cannot just fucking do it. I am having such a hard time filming this for some reason. But hopefully this is the final take. I need to get my shit together. I am locked in right now. We're gonna film this video. I'm ready, even though it's already 4 o'clock. I've been trying to film this all day. Regardless, we have a very, very fun video for today. And I'm very excited because this is something I've been wanting to do for a while and I get a ton of questions about. So today we're going to be doing kind of a how to layer kind of video, specifically for spring and summer, because spring and summer is coming up. We're already in spring right now and summer is quickly arriving, and I feel like it's definitely a lot harder to come up with outfits in spring and summer and still look alternative and still have fun and cool outfits, because obviously it's a lot warmer outside, so you're trying to stay as cool as possible. But cool does not equal less clothing or less cool outfits. I really think you can do so much in spring and summer with layering and having cool outfits. I don't think it's exclusively a winter and fall thing. Personally, I actually love warm weather. I hate being cold. I thrive when I can feel sunshine on me. I thrive in it. I still think you can have really awesome and cool outfits and stay cool. You know what I mean? Like stay chilly or stay not hot. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I was gonna kind of show you the ins and outs of how I dress in the spring and summer, and specifically how I layer in the spring and summer. It can get a little trickier because in the winter, you're obviously throwing as many layers on as possible to stay warm, while in the summer, you're kind of doing the opposite. But I still feel like there are plenty of different ways you can layer and style really cool outfits for spring and summer. So we're gonna jump right into the video. This video is going to be broken up into different parts. The first part are things that are intended to be layered with. I'll get into depth a little later on into the video. The second category is going to be things that you may see more often when layering, but still kind of obscure. And then the third category is gonna be called OMG, I didn't even think about doing that. So that's kind of how I'm breaking it up. It's gonna be kind of like a gradual getting crazier towards the end kind of thing. So we're gonna start with kind of like the basics of layering in spring and summer and then go all the way to the, oh my god, I didn't think of doing that. But before I talk about any kinds of clothes, I do want to bring up a few things that could definitely elevate an outfit in the spring and summer that aren't necessarily clothes. The first thing I really suggest is getting some really cool statement jewelry. I'll show you some of my favorites in a second, but I do feel like because you're showing a lot more skin in the summer, jewelry is always fun to layer with, and it can add so much to any outfit. Personally, I wear this choker like literally every day. It's my favorite one. I do have a lot of collars and stuff like that that just add an extra element to an outfit. And honestly, I think jewelry can shine so much more in the summer than it can in the winter, because you're mostly covered up in the winter, and with all the exposed skin, you can kind of show off your jewelry a little bit more. So I'm gonna go grab some of my favorites and show you what kind of jewelry I've been wearing recently. The first thing I have been wearing a ton lately are my bangles. I love them so much. Here's what my current stack looks like. I feel like bangles are so fun to wear because, first of all, you can hear me coming from wherever, but also you can definitely play around and thrift different ones that match your style better. I feel like there's so many different kinds, and you can literally like make a stack to whatever you want it to look like. They're all just so versatile, and you can truly make it fit any aesthetic ever. I just think they're so cute, so fun, and definitely very customizable. The next thing I wear a ton of are cuffs. My cuff is currently broken and I just keep like trying to fix it, but I wear my cuff like almost every day, even though I will say they kind of give me sensory issues because they're really tight, especially in the summer. Like when it sweats, it bothers the shit out of me, but sometimes I just persevere and act like it's not bothering me. but I will say they do give me like crazy sensory issues. So like in the middle of the day, I have to take it off because it bothers the shit out of me. I don't know if that's just a me thing, but it literally makes my skin crawl. Anyways, moving on, I think that's literally just me. The next thing I have been wearing a lot lately is this specific necklace. I thrifted this insanely beautiful cross pendant a few weeks ago, and then I also thrifted this chain, and I have been wearing this like crazy too because it's just perfect and beautiful, and I love how long it is and like clunky it is. I love a good clunky jewelry piece, and I thought that one was perfect, and I think it matches my style perfectly. I do feel like jewelry adds a lot to summer outfits and you can play around with it a lot. The second thing I was going to talk about is just kind of accessories in general. Belts, scarves, things like that. You can also play around with a lot in the spring and summer, especially with skinny scarves. This is literally their season. It is time for them to shine, and I'm not going to do any specific outfits for skinny scarves or belts or anything like that because I think that's just one of the items that you can just add to any outfit to just give it another layer. I don't know if that makes sense. I think you can pretty much add like a scarf or a belt or jewelry to any outfit to just make it more interesting. So I'm not going to do any outfits specifically for those things, but just know that's something that you can just add to your outfit to make it a little bit more interesting. We are going to jump in to the video. I've been talking long enough. I will shut up now, and I will bring you over to the closet room so we can get started. So I hope you guys enjoy. So we're doing a little bit of a different setup today, so let me know how you guys like it here instead. I feel like when I do it over in my actual closet area, it just kind of gets very overwhelming and you can't really see my outfits very well. And with this like more plain background, I feel like you can see it a lot better. So let me know your opinions. Do you like it like this? Should I go back to where I originally stand? Let me know. But for this video, I'm gonna be here. Getting into the first category is things that are intended to be layered. And I know what you're thinking, Joe, what the f does that mean? We're gonna get there, okay? What I mean by that is clothing that is purposely made to go on top of something else. For example, in the winter, you typically think jackets, big clunky sweaters, stuff like that. Those items are made specifically to be put over other items for warmth. Now, I do feel like there are plenty of summer and spring equivalents to that, so let's get into it. The first thing that I have here are little cardigans, and I think these are the perfect layering piece for spring and summer because they're so lightweight and you can find them in different patterns, different shapes, sizes, kind of everything. So I wanted to show you my little collection of them so far. I'm not going to be doing any specific outfits for these just because I feel like you can kind of put them with anything, and I'll probably incorporate them with the outfits that I'm going to be wearing. So you'll see how I style them, but I'm not going to specifically style them. The first one we have here is this cutie little red one. This one is actually short sleeve and it ties in the middle. We have this black one. This is probably my most worn one. It's just a good staple to have. I also have this pink one, this black and white striped one, which I also wear a lot and it goes with everything. And some more funkier ones. We have this zebra print one, this cheetah print one, and lastly this lace one. And like I said, these go with pretty much everything, so I'm not going to be styling these specifically. Moving into the first item that we're actually going to be styling instead of just talking about, the first thing we have are vests. Now, I do feel like vests are kind of another item that you can style and wear any kind of way. I honestly think it's kind of the same way as sweaters, that you can put it on any outfit and it could work. But I'm going to show you just an example of like a few outfits that I would wear with a vest. To start this out, I'm going to show you kind of just like a simple summer outfit and how I would make it more interesting. For that, we have just kind of a basic pair of shorts. Nothing crazy, just some shorts. And then we have just a basic little baby tee as well. And this outfit is cool, it's just not very interesting. The only reason it is kind of interesting is because I'm mixing the patterns. which also can add to an outfit. But if these were black, it would just be a plain outfit. But I'm gonna show you how to kind of elevate it, so we're gonna put this on. So here are the bones to this outfit. Again, nothing crazy. It's literally just a shirt and shorts. But we're gonna add something to make this cool. And for that, I'm gonna be adding this vest. I got this vest from Polka Dot Pigeon, and I think it matches this outfit so well with the colors and just the vibe in general. So just adding this one layer, I feel like this outfit is already way more interesting. I'm gonna finish up this outfit with some accessories and then come back and show you the final fit. Here is the first outfit completed, so I'll show you what I added. Put on this studded belt and my cuff and some knee-high socks and my Playboy Converse. Just adding the accessories, I feel like this outfit's just way more interesting and there's just more going on, more to look at. And I think, again, the vest fits this outfit perfectly. But honestly, it could fit any outfit perfectly because they're so versatile. This is outfit number 1. Now, moving on to outfit number 2, we're still going to be talking about vests, but I'm just going to be talking about a different style of vest. And for that, we're going to be talking about this style. I feel like this is probably one of the easiest things to thrift in the world. It is literally just like a business casual top. You can find these in like the workwear section of the thrift store. They're so easy to find and honestly very overlooked. I feel like these kind of silhouettes can bring so much structure to an outfit. For the next outfit, we're gonna be styling this and I'm gonna show you how I would style this type of vest. For this outfit, I'm gonna be wearing this like yellow and black little dress that I got sent by Polka Dot Pigeon and these denim capri shorts. I feel like this makes that outfit just like a little bit more casual. Here is the outfit and what it looks like without the vest or any accessories, and honestly it's a cool outfit just because it's paired with things that like typically wouldn't be paired with, but we're gonna make it even cooler by adding the vest. This is what the vest looks like on, and I'm gonna finish up this outfit and just bring it to the final look. So here is what the finished outfit looks like. I honestly didn't even add anything else. I just added my Emily the Strange tuck flats. I feel like this outfit's very cute and I can't lie, I wore it the other day and I loved it. Something else I wanted to like add really quickly, when you're wearing a low neck shirt like this, like any kind of V-neck or like swoop neck like this, I feel like another tip or another like interesting thing you could do is add another layer beneath it. I feel like with tops like this, you could add like a really cute like cami just to make the neckline a little bit more interesting. If you didn't want to do a tank top, I feel like a t-shirt underneath it would look kind of cool as well because of the silhouette of the shirt. And you can pretty much do that with like any silhouette just to make it more interesting and to add just another layer of oomph to it. But besides the point, this is the final fit. And also to prove my point about scarves, look how cute this outfit is with the scarf too. Like, I feel like scarves can be added to anything to make it cool. I love this with the scarf. I think it's very cute. We're still in category 1 because I feel like this is still kind of like an obvious thing. But we're going to be talking about undershirts. And I know what you're thinking. Why the hell would you suggest wearing an undershirt when it's hot outside? Let me show you something. When I say undershirts, I'm more meaning like a fishnet or lace style top. I have seen this style of top in so many different colors, so many different cuts. I've seen some as tank tops. I've seen some in pink, black, every color, red. And also, these are so easy to make yourself. There's probably a ton of tutorials on TikTok to make these kind of like fishnet shirts yourself. All you need is an old pair of tights and it's so easy. But I personally thrifted both of these. This is just a black fishnet top and then this one is a green lace top. I will say, if you are going to wear a fishnet top like this in the summer, just make sure it's not like a particularly sunny day, or make sure you just stay out of the sun a little bit, because if you wear this out in the sun, you will get the gnarliest tan lines from all the holes in this. So this is your fair warning of do not do that because you will literally look like a lizard. I'm gonna show you some outfits of how I would style these in the spring and summer. First outfit, we're gonna be using this black one. I'm gonna be styling it with this shirt that I got from Cake Mix and this denim mini skirt. Here is what the base of the outfit looks like with the fishnet shirt on. I will tell you, if you have any kind of body jewelry, be careful with these things. I about ripped my nipple off with it. Regardless, I'm gonna finish up styling this outfit and come back. Here is the final outfit. I didn't really add that much because I'm trying to stay in like the cooler weather realm and not add too much. The urge that I had to add tights to this was crazy, but we're not talking about tights right now, so I didn't. But I do think it would be very cute with tights. I just didn't add it because sometimes when it gets hot, I don't like wearing tights because they feel sticky and I hate it. But I just added my cuff and then I added my platform Mary Jane Demonias, and I think this is very cute. Again, I feel like you can add a scarf and it'd be adorable as well. I probably will, to be honest, so let me add one. Actually, I added one as a belt instead, so this is the final fit. So moving on to the next outfit with the green lace top. I'm gonna do something a little bit more casual. So we have the green lace top, and on top of that I'm gonna be adding this black wet seal shirt. For the bottoms I'm gonna be doing my gray Bermuda shorts. So I'm gonna put this on. I forgot to show you the bones of the outfit and I literally just got dressed. But here's what it looks like and I really like it. I think it's really cute. I also think the green just adds like a pop of color and just something you wouldn't really expect. So like surprisingly comfortable, obviously because it's lace, so it's not like super heavy. I really like this outfit. I think it's very cute. I also added my Demonia Deviants and my studded belt. I forgot to say that. I added a scarf and I also think this is adorable and I really like this as well. Maybe if it's on the little bit of a chillier type of warm day, like 70 degrees, you could probably wear this outfit with the scarf. But I really like the extra element that this scarf gives. I love it. We're actually moving into the second full category of this, which is things you might have seen before but are not as common, of layering pieces, I guess you could say. But the first thing that I'll be talking about are leggings, and not tights, leggings. I feel like tights are a little too obvious and that's why I didn't like include it in this video. I feel like every single layering video you see on YouTube is just like tights, and like I feel like it's too obvious. So we're gonna be doing leggings. Personally, I love layering with leggings. I think it's just so cool and I feel like it adds just like an extra element to an outfit. And so when I was talking about the outfit, the last one before this one, I feel like leggings would have looked so good with that outfit, but regardless, we're going to be styling these. For the first outfit, we're going to be using these, and I'm very excited because I've actually never worn these before, so I'm excited to see what they look like on. I'm going to be pairing it with this like Hollister mini skirt that I have. I think it's very cute and definitely gives off very similar vibes. And on top of that, we're doing this top that I got from Cake Mix, so I'm going to put this all on together. Here is what it looks like, so I'm going to do some accessories and come back. Here is how I styled them. I added my beret, which I've been super into wearing lately, which is very rare because I lately have not been into hats, but I love wearing this one. I added my bangles, my cuff, and my cross necklace. I feel like it added so much to the vibes here. And then my platform Mary Jane's, and I love this outfit. I think it's adorable. And it's also very flowy and light, which I like. I think because they're long pants that you would get hot pretty easily. But most leggings, especially like vintage and older ones, are very thin, so they're not very heavy. Also, you can find like footless tights, and if you don't want to wear leggings, you could always do something like that as well. But I think this is very cute, very perfect for spring. A little bit later, so I apologize about the kind of like switch over, and the sun's going down, that's why the light is weird right here. But we're gonna get into the second outfit involving tights, and for this one I'm gonna be using this one I'm going to be using this leopard pair of tights, and I'm going to be wearing it with this striped mini skirt and this tube top. And I know what you're thinking, that looks a little insane. It might. I'm not sure yet. We're going to try it on and see. So here is what the outfit looks like, and it is literally insane, but I kind of really like it. I'm gonna finish up with accessories and come back when I'm done. Here is what the outfit looks like. I added my studded belt and my Emily the Strange flats, and this is a perfect example of an outfit that I would wear with a little cardigan. Obviously you can wear just the tube top and I think it'd be adorable. In my opinion, it was just kind of visually unbalanced, and I feel like adding this on top kind of brings the balance back to the outfit, and I love this so much. I feel like this is the perfect spring outfit. Very comfy, very lightweight, and I love this outfit a lot. I think this is probably one of my favorite outfits I've made today. It's very cute. Moving on to the next category. We're still in the second category, just moving on to a different item. Something that isn't as common, but you've probably seen before, is layering pants on skirts. I think it's very practical in like the winter to do that, but because it is getting a little warmer, I'm gonna do it a little differently, and instead of layering pants, I'm gonna do capris. For this first outfit, I have this pair. These are more like Bermuda shorts, but I feel like it'll give off the same vibe. I have this pair of black pinstriped Bermuda shorts. On top of that, we're gonna be layering this camo mini skirt. I love layering skirts on top of pants. I think it gives the coolest silhouette, and I really, really like it. And on top of that, to make this even more funky, we're doing this really flowy tube top. I think this is gonna be such a cute summer outfit. Very excited to try this one on. Here is the next outfit, and I know this one's a little crazy, but honestly, I love it so much. And this might be the only time you guys see me in sandals, but I thrifted these and I thought they were really cute, and I think I'm gonna keep them. Well, let me show you what I did. I actually ended up changing my pants into a longer pair just because I thought it looked better. I thought the shorter ones just kind of cut off at a weird length and I didn't think it looked very good. The longer ones definitely look a lot better, and I like how the shirt is kind of longer, so it's almost like the camo's like barely poking through. I also added my cross pendant and these chunky sandals, and honestly I think this is like the perfect summer outfit. I would absolutely wear this in the summer, maybe to like the beach or to hang out outside. I don't know, I really like it though. I think it's very cute. Now for the second outfit, using kind of the same equation with the mini skirt over capris. For this outfit, again, we're gonna be doing something a little bit different. Not just your standard skirt over pants. To start off, I have probably one of my favorite things in my closet and most versatile piece in my closet. I have this pair of like really, really skinny capri pants, and they are so versatile. I feel like I could wear these literally under anything and it would look good. I'm also gonna be using this white skirt that I have. It is lace and it is longer. And the reason why I'm wearing a longer skirt for this is because I'm gonna be wearing a dress on top and I want it to like barely poke through. I feel like that'd be really, really cute. So we're gonna try this outfit on. So here is what it looks like. Very, very cute. But I don't think I'm done here because again, I feel like it needs something on top. Like I feel like it's missing something on top. It's just very, very bottom heavy. I ended up adding my blazer to this outfit, and you see what I mean, like the difference. Like I feel like this is more visually balanced. I feel like it's not super bottom heavy anymore because we put another layer on top. If you ever feel like your outfit is missing something, look at your layers, and if you have a lot of layers on the bottom, what could you add to the top? That's what I always think. I don't know like a good way to explain it. Like if it just looks too heavy in one area, look to the other area and try to find what you could add or take away from the bottom. I don't know if that makes sense. But I added my Demonia Mary Jane's, my little vest, and I love this outfit. I think it's adorable. I think it turned out great. and I really like it. Good morning, everybody. We're back. This is day 2. Not to you guys, it's only like a couple seconds for y'all, but it's the next day for me. We are moving into the third category of this, which is OMG, I didn't even think of that. And I'm not saying this has like never been done before, obviously it has been, but I think it's just more on the side of like obscure layering that isn't as common and you kind of don't see as much. The first one that I'm going to be kind of talking about is kind of combining a lot of the things that we've already talked about into one. So let me show you. So personally, one of my favorite items to layer with are button-up shirts, and I literally feel like you can put this under anything and it would look really cute. I saw this picture on Pinterest yesterday and I thought this outfit was adorable, and honestly we might recreate it because it's really cute. Personally, I like to layer these kinds of shirts under tank tops and t-shirts in the summer to give it kind of just like an extra flair. So for the first outfit, that's what we're going to be doing. Obviously this top is stunning and gorgeous by itself. Adding this tank top over top of it just gives it an extra element of, oh my god, that's so cool. So here's what it looks like with the tank top. So I'm gonna kind of finish up the outfit and show you how I would style something like this. Here is how I styled this. I added my Emily the Strange flats, my cuff, and a spike collar just to give this outfit like a little bit more edge. I feel like it was kind of giving like business casual in a way, so I feel like the collar definitely edges up the outfit a little bit more, and I like this a lot. I think it's very cute. I think you could also wear platforms with this and it would also give it an edge. Another example of like layering shirts on top of shirts that I really love but won't be showing in this video are tank tops. I think layering tank tops can be so cool and flattering. I'll show kind of an example in a second, but that is also like one of my favorite things to do. I think it looks so cool. Here is the final fit. I really like it. I think it's very cute. For the next outfit, we're still kind of in the same category of wearing undershirts like this, but I'm going to be taking a lot of what I just said and putting it into action, so let me show you. The first thing I'm going to do is take this tank top, and if you know me, I wear this all the time, but it is like a longer tank top. It comes down a little bit longer, and I'm going to be adding this one on top just because I'm not a huge fan of crop tops, and this shirt's a crop top, but already you can kind of see the vibes here. But before we put this on, I'm also going to be adding this white button up underneath all of it to give the extra layer underneath. Here are the vibes so far, but we are not done here. I'm going to be adding something else, and for that I added a vest, and I think this is so adorable. It's so interesting to look at because there's so much going on, but I still think it is very cohesive. I love it. I have worn this type of silhouette a lot. I think this is perfect. I love this kind of silhouette. Honestly, if you could find just like a basic white button up, you can do so much with it. So I'm gonna finish up this outfit and style it a little bit more, come back with the final fit. Okay, I put on my tuck cheetah print flats and my cuff. I've been wearing flats a lot in this video, but honestly I love wearing flats in the summer. It's just a lot more cool and I like it, and especially I like wearing flats with outfits that you probably wouldn't wear flats with. I think that's like one of my favorite things ever. But again, layering, beautiful. I feel very comfy. It doesn't even feel like a lot of layers because the layers are so thin, but I think this is adorable and I love it. Now moving on to the last category of the video, and this is probably one of my favorite things to do in the spring and summer because I think it's very light and flowy and it's not a whole bunch of clothes. It's literally like a few items. I think it's just more unconventional, and that's why I left it in the last category. I personally love doing this. I do this all the time, and I do this in kind of different variations. What I'm talking about is layering dresses and skirts or dresses over dresses. For the first example, I'm going to be kind of showing you a dress and then layering a skirt underneath it. I feel like this is perfect for summer because it's so flowy and so light, but it just gives like an extra layer of dimension to the outfit rather than just wearing a dress or a t-shirt and a skirt. Here's what the dress looks like on, and most people I feel like will be like, well, I'm just wearing a dress, I don't need anything else. I think this is very cute, very adorable, and I like it, but it needs something. Look how much more interesting this looks already just by adding another skirt underneath it. I also love doing this with long skirts and like maxi skirts as well. I think that looks so cute. I actually did that in one of my last styling videos and I loved the way it looked. I love the long silhouette it brings. It also makes me look massive because I'm already 5'7" and I feel like this kind of silhouette just makes me look a lot taller. But I'm gonna finish up the outfit and show you the final look. So how I wore this the other day was way cuter because I had my striped socks, and all my striped socks are in the wash right now. I would not wear it with this shoes. The shoes that I wore it with, I don't have the socks for, but this is what it looked like the other day and it was way cuter. So ignore whatever's going on my feet. But this is the final fit. I think it adds so much more dimension to the outfit and gives a longer silhouette, which personally I love. I love looking just very long. So this is the final fit. Now moving on to our last outfit. I mentioned this a little bit earlier, but layering dresses over dresses. For this outfit, we're gonna be taking this really long maxi dress that's super flowy, which honestly you could wear by itself in the summer, but we're gonna make it a little bit more interesting. I feel like this style of dress is perfect to layer with because it's kind of just like a blank slate. So I'm gonna be taking this like mini tunic dress that I have and layering it on top. So here is what it looks like. It's super cute. I love. I also think this is kind of a blank slate to add more onto it. I feel like this outfit would be really cool with a vest or even just like a little sweater. I think that'd be adorable. So I'm gonna finish up the outfit and come back. Here is the final fit. I added like a little sweater just because honestly I felt like I needed something. But I feel like this is a blank slate and you can add whatever you want to complete this outfit. I just added my cuff, a spike collar, and my platform Mary Janes. I think it's very cutie and I like it a lot. That is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed because it was super fun to make. I don't know why it took me a billion tries to actually get it down and make it. I don't know why I did that. I have had this idea for a while and I thought it was so cute, and I'm finally glad I executed it, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. I feel like I haven't done an outfit video in forever, so hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you do want a part 2, I definitely feel like I could do that. I feel like there's a lot of other styling / layering techniques I didn't get to touch on in this video, but I have some more ideas of how to layer for the summer. So if you're interested in that, let me know because I can definitely make a part 2 to this video. But if you did enjoy, if you could like, subscribe, hit the bell notification to get notified every single time I post. Everybody keeps asking me about Winnie. Winnie is doing great. I just don't keep her in the room I'm filming in because she is insane. She's literally insane. She's still a puppy, so she doesn't really understand how to chill the fuck out. So I can't really keep her in the room that I'm filming in because she will just be everywhere and try to play with me and like nip at me. So that's why Winnie's not in my videos as often. I've been getting a ton of comments about Winnie. She is doing great. She's just not in my videos, but I'll show her in my next video. If you want a part 2, let me know. I can make that happen. I love you guys so much. And I also want to talk about something really quick. There's probably nobody watching at this point because this outro is taking me forever. I just want to thank you guys so much for the support recently. I feel like my channel has just been growing so much every day and it's kind of literally insane to watch, and I cannot thank you guys enough for the community that we have here. It truly means the world to me. It really does. And I love my friends. I love having friends and I love having a community and just other people behind me, and knowing that people enjoy my videos means the world. And it's weird and it's crazy and I love meeting you guys. It's literally insane, okay? And I just want to say thank you guys so much for the support recently. I'm really feeling the love and I love you guys so much, and none of this would be anything without you, so thank you. But yeah, I love you guys, and guess what? I'll see you